What if life is not about the pursuit of happiness, but the pursuit of virtue? This is a question that the ancient philosophy of Stoicism asks us to consider. Stoicism, a school of thought born in the bustling marketplaces of Athens, implores us to seek not material wealth or fleeting pleasures, but virtuous living. At the heart of this philosophy are four cardinal virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Wisdom, the ability to discern what is truly valuable in life. Justice, the commitment to fairness, righteousness, and the welfare of others. Courage, the strength to confront fear, pain, and adversity. And temperance, the exercise of self-restraint and moderation. These virtues, Stoicism teaches, are the guiding principles that lead to a life of tranquility and fulfillment. Let's delve deeper into these virtues and understand their significance in Stoicism. This journey is not about finding quick answers, but about exploring timeless wisdom that can guide us in the ever-changing theatre of life. Wisdom, the first cardinal virtue, is not just about knowledge. If we turn to the Stoic philosophers, we find a richer, deeper understanding. Wisdom to them is not merely the accumulation of facts or data, but rather the discernment to perceive what those facts mean and the ability to navigate the complexities of life with sound judgment and foresight. Let's consider the words of Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher who once wrote, "True wisdom is a matter of understanding rather than knowledge." He suggests that wisdom is not about knowing everything, but rather about understanding the nature of things, understanding ourselves, and understanding how we fit into the grand scheme of life. This concept of wisdom is not about being a walking encyclopedia, but rather about being able to discern what is important, what is trivial, what is good, and what is not. It's about understanding the natural order of things and aligning our actions with it. Now let's turn to another Stoic philosopher, Marcus Aurelius. He wrote, "The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane." Here he emphasizes the importance of independent thought and judgment. Wisdom is the ability to think for oneself, to question, and to escape the madness of the crowd. It's about staying true to one's principles, even when they go against the grain. So wisdom in the Stoic sense is not just about learning from books, but also about learning from life. It's about understanding the world around us and our place within it. It's about discernment, judgment, and the ability to navigate life's complexities. It is this understanding, this discernment, this judgment that guides us in life. It leads us to justice, courage, and temperance, the other cardinal virtues. It helps us to act rightly, to face adversity with courage, and to exercise restraint when necessary. In the Stoic view, wisdom is the guiding light, leading us towards the other virtues. It's the cornerstone, the foundation upon which all other virtues are built. It's the spark that lights the way in the darkness, guiding us towards a life of virtue and fulfillment. Justice, the second cardinal virtue, is about our obligations to society. As we delve into the realm of Stoicism, we find that justice is not simply about laws and punishments. For the Stoics, justice is a multifaceted virtue that encompasses fairness, honesty, and respect for others' rights. It is a moral compass guiding us towards the right actions and decisions in our interactions with others. Picture a world where everyone lived by the Stoic understanding of justice. A world where everyone respected each other's rights, where honesty was the norm, and where fairness was the foundation of all interactions. This is the world the Stoics envisioned when they spoke of justice. Epictetus, one of the eminent Stoic philosophers, once said, "What you would avoid suffering yourself, seek not to impose on others." This quote encapsulates the essence of Stoic justice. It is an invitation to empathy, urging us to treat others as we would like to be treated. But the Stoics did not see justice merely as a personal virtue. They believed that it had a broader social dimension. Justice, for them, was about contributing positively to the society we live in. It was about doing our part to make the world a better place. Cicero, another prominent Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "The foundation of justice is good faith." This quote underscores the importance of honesty and trustworthiness in our interactions with others. For Cicero, justice was not just about doing the right thing, but also about doing it for the right reasons. In the eyes of the Stoics, justice was an essential part of the good life. It was a virtue that required continuous cultivation and practice, and it was a virtue that had the power to transform not just our own lives, but also the world around us. So as we navigate through the complexities of life, let us strive to embody the Stoic virtue of justice in our thoughts, words, and actions. Let us be fair, honest, and respectful, and let us do our part to create a world that is more just, more compassionate, and more humane. For Stoics, justice is about contributing positively to the society we live in. Courage, the third cardinal virtue, is not just about bravery in the face of physical danger. Courage, for the Stoics, is a much more comprehensive concept. It encapsulates the strength to confront not just physical dangers, but also the emotional and psychological fears, pains, uncertainties, and discomforts that we encounter in our day-to-day lives. Seneca, one of the prominent Stoic philosophers, once wrote, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Here, Seneca beautifully captures the essence of Stoic courage. It's not about avoiding hardships or difficulties. Instead, it's about facing them head-on, using them as opportunities to learn, grow, and become better versions of ourselves. Let's take a moment to ponder upon another profound quote, this time from Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor. He said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Marcus Aurelius's wisdom underlines the Stoic concept of courage as an inner strength, a power over one's own mind. It's about controlling our reactions to external events, not the events themselves. It's about maintaining our composure, our rationality, and our integrity, even when the world around us is in chaos. This Stoic courage is not a temporary burst of bravery or a fleeting moment of fearlessness. It's a constant, enduring virtue, a frame of mind that we cultivate and maintain throughout our lives. It's about making the right decisions, taking the right actions, even when those decisions and actions are difficult or uncomfortable. It's about standing up for what's right, even when what's right is not popular or easy. In essence, Stoic courage is about resilience, endurance, and perseverance. It's about facing our fears, confronting our pains, and embracing uncertainty. It's about the strength to continue, to keep going, no matter what. In Stoicism, courage is the virtue that enables us to act despite the challenges we face. It's a virtue that empowers us, strengthens us, and ultimately frees us. It's a virtue that truly embodies the spirit of action. Temperance, the fourth cardinal virtue, is about balance and moderation. It's the steady hand at the helm of our desires, the reins that keep our passions in check. In the eyes of the Stoics, temperance isn't about denying oneself of life's pleasures. Rather, it's about not letting those pleasures become the master of us. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher of great renown, once said, "Freedom is secured not by the fulfilling of men's desires, but by the removal of desire." This quote encapsulates the essence of Stoic temperance. It's not about achieving everything we want, but about wanting less, about curbing our desires to a level that promotes harmony rather than chaos. It's about being content with what we have rather than being consumed by what we don't. Seneca, another luminary in the realm of Stoic philosophy, adds another layer to our understanding of temperance. He wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." This is a call to recognize the dangers of excess, to understand that the pursuit of more often leads to a state of less. Less happiness, less peace, and less satisfaction. Temperance, then, is a virtue of restraint, a virtue of balance. It's about knowing when enough is enough and understanding that more isn't always better. It's about recognizing that the richest man isn't the one with the most, but the one who needs the least. This virtue is a guide for us to navigate the tumultuous seas of desire, a compass leading us away from the dangerous shores of excess towards the serene beaches of contentment. It's about finding a middle ground, about understanding that the key to a fulfilling life isn't in having everything, but in needing less. For Stoics, temperance is the virtue that helps us maintain balance in our lives. It's the virtue that helps us keep our desires in check, that leads us away from the perils of excess and towards the tranquility of moderation. So what does Stoicism teach us about living a virtuous life? With this question, we embarked on a journey through the cardinal virtues of Stoicism. We delved into the essence of justice, the social virtue, understanding it as the act of treating others with fairness and respect. We explored wisdom, the guiding virtue, recognizing it as the capacity to distinguish good from bad and make sound judgments. We then turned our attention to courage, the virtue of action, seeing it as the strength to face adversity with bravery and resilience. Finally, we arrived at temperance, the virtue of moderation, comprehending it as the discipline to control our desires and live a balanced life. Each virtue, in its own way, contributes to the Stoics' pursuit of a good and meaningful life. Remember, in the words of Marcus Aurelius, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Be virtuous. Be stoic. This is What the Fact, signing off. Until next time, seek wisdom, practice justice, show courage, and exercise temperance.